For some people, it's always a good time to buy a home. Why? Because increasing your assets is always a good idea. But what makes right now more favorable for buyers? Stay with me here and find out a few reasons why the opportunity leans more towards buyers in the local Denver market. Welcome to Table Talks, where I answer your questions about real estate with tips and ideas surrounding the subject. I'm Carla, a realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty. If you have questions about real estate market or moving in general, message me on social media at Selling Dwelling CO or my LinkedIn and website pages at Carla Knight Homes. I will respond directly to you about your specific situation and possibly expand with a video on the subject. So let's get into it. First, everyone was waiting. The anticipation was growing when we knew the Federal Reserve was going to lower the market interest rates. The market moved itself, and before the official announcements, the rates had lowered to just above 6%, with some mortgage products as low as 5.5%. After the announcement, it solidified at 6%, with the ability to qualify, of course. If you're waiting for historically low rates of 3 and 4%, that can leave you on the sidelines. That's probably not going to happen again. The second thing is our inventory. In the past 10 years, our markets have suffered a shortage of available homes to purchase. Because of this, buyers were running, and I mean seriously running, to the first homes in their areas. They had to be first in the door. They were strategically making offers and giving up safeguards like inspections. So for tracking inventory in May of 2023, we had 1.2 months of homes on the books. That means it would take a little over a month to list and sell your home. As of September of 2024, we're looking at 3.6 months of inventory, meaning more than 3 months of listing time before a buyer appears. The market identifies this as a balanced market between buyers and sellers. The buyers have more options out there to choose from, and they should. This is one of the largest purchases most families will make. I love that buyers have time to consider all their options and not give up the safeguards that they need to be sure they know what they're buying. With that being said, our market itself at this time has been a little sluggish. Even with the interest rates lowering, it continues to be slower than usual. Due to that, our pricing has dropped to 2.34%. So with these three things together, what does that mean? Let's take a look at some numbers. So let's look at some numbers and see what the differences are. Let's say we have a list price of $600,000. A 5% down payment would be $30,000. Your principal and interest, and even though you would have insurance and any HOA added to this, but with just your principal and interest at 7.5%, your payment is $3,986 a month. So you're hitting $400,000 when you add taxes and insurance for your property. Okay, so let's take the same list price at $600,000 and a 5% down payment at $30,000. Your interest rate down to 6%, and your payment is $3,417 a month. That's your principal and interest payment only. The difference between the 7.5% interest rate and the 6% interest rate is $569 a month. You are already lower in your monthly payment just with the interest rates decreasing. Now let's take the decrease in market pricing on the properties and do it at a 6% interest rate. So this is a look at market now. The same house at list price of $600,000. We're going to take out the decrease of 2.34% or $14,040. Okay, you'll have a new list price of $585,960 with a down payment of 5%. Your down payment is less as well because your house price is less. So at $229,298. Your principal and interest payment of $3,378 is what you would end up with. You would have to add a monthly payment for taxes and insurance in there, but you're still less than the $600,000 at 6% or the $600,000 at 7.5%. Over the life of the loan in 30 years of payments, you will be saving over $204,840 in payments on your mortgage. That's a huge savings, $204,840 over the life of the loan. So why wait? Working towards a purchase can be as easy as having a plan to bring together everything so that you too can get into the real estate game. Because of the inventory increases we have, condos and townhomes with lower purchasing prices, which will mean you are gaining equity instead of your landlord gaining equity with your rent payments. Because I help people do this every single day. I have the tools in place to connect you with the things that you need to get into the real estate game. So reach out and let's have a conversation. Let's see if it's a good time to start. Or let's get a plan together so that at this time next year, you're looking for a home as yourself. Use whatever way to reach out, call, text, or message me, and let's get started.